I think the other thing that I would add to that is they don't have an offer.
Well, yeah.
They have 7.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
So since 2014, I would say, we've had face-to-face the same offer. Online support, hybrid model of training. You get a program, you get nutrition support, you get access to a coach, you get access to an online portal. That was website, then it became app, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you choose your session frequency.
Yeah.
But the offer was exactly the same. Direct debit, minimum term 12 weeks. You choose 2 or 3 sessions.
Yeah.
So the offer has been the same for 11 years.
Yeah.
And it's only ever been one offer.
Yeah. Most people listening to this podcast, especially the ones in the gym, trying to solidify that $1,000 to $2,000 a week, get really good at selling one thing.
Yeah. You need one thing. So we talk about 10K months for standout PT. And even like adding the $1,000 if you want to do breakout, if you're a little bit newer. One offer will take you to 10K months.
Yep.
100%.
Definitely.
We've done 900 grand for one offer in a year. Like it's like one offer scaled across a lot of people in a lot of gyms.
Definitely.
That's it. So I sat down with a guy during the week and like, this isn't a shot at him. We had bundles. We had 3 different bundles, lengths. So you could buy 8 sessions, 12 sessions, 16 sessions.
Yeah.
Then we had a pay-as-you-go option, the offer to add the hybrid program and or nutrition. Then we had 30, 45, or 1 hour.
Yeah.
So the combinations of that is like 25 different things that the client needs to decide between.
Yeah.
That clarity element is gone.
Yes. Hard to make a decision it's hard to understand what you're getting.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck am I buying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
You want to remove all friction where possible and making a decision that's where like one clear offer just always kind of comes out on top, right?
So this is what you get. How many sessions do you want to do?
Yeah.
Or online, this is what you get. How often do you want to do your check-ins? We don't even offer that. It's just weekly.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think people fall into that trap? Like, do you think they're taught that?
Trying to please everyone.
Do you think...
and yes, they're taught that.
They're still trading off like the time and the effort involved. Because I think about sometimes like people like to make like compartmentalizing their offer. So you got your training element, and then you got a nutrition element, and then you got a support element. So they're like, well, these all take input.
Yeah.
So if I remove one of these or someone has to pay for it, they're just paying for the input.
Yeah.
I think someone's like, that's their service, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that that's how you should price it.
I agree.
I think you should price some of it based on that. You should also price it based on the outcome.
It's an indication that you're still pricing your time.
Correct.
As the value.
Yeah. When it's like, well, what about all the resources? What about the outcome? Like, what about actually losing the weight and how you deliver it and the support you give and everything? Like, it's not just because I put this much time in, because I got to do extra, like, I would charge for that time. I would just be like, how do I set this person up for success? How do I get the best outcome with them? That is the price.
Correct.
Like if we had a facility and say it had separate areas of the facility, I would just be like, if someone walks in this door and uses this facility to its full capacity, the cardio area, the weight training area, the recovery area, they're going to get the best results. So the offer is priced on using all 3 of them.
Yeah.
If they don't use it, so what?
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you come at 6 p.m. or 3 p.m.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I think every offer should be looked at.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they don't take you up on it, so what? But it's like, you should be a good enough communicator and a good enough coach to tell this person in that consult, this is how we're going to deliver this result for you. Hasn't worked in the past because maybe someone didn't ever take control of your nutrition. Yeah. Maybe they didn't ever give you that accountability and support. Our service has all of those things together. So it's, like you said, probably leaning into the pleasing component too. They're just like, I don't want nutrition. It's like, well, you're the expert, so you tell them what they need.
Correct.
And then, removing that just time for
and
money.
You will get that attitude if you come with that attitude.
Absolutely.
If you come in with like, what would you like, sir?
Yeah, you're doing it out of scarcity. So it's
Yeah.
like, sit there, be the expert. This is the problems. This is why it hasn't worked out in the past. These are the obstacles you're facing. This is how we're going to solve it.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
Which one? Then this is how it works, you know?
How important is the promise?
I think the promise is big.
So
I think it's big.
We need to put on the table, when we did the 900K face-to-face training business, we didn't have a promise.
No.
At the time, I don't think you needed one.
I think trust is at an all-time low. I said that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think people want to have a safety net on their investment now.
Yeah.
I had a guarantee when I first started as a PT. It was just hilarious. Like I just said, it was just literally a little line on a piece of paper. And I was like, I don't know if how I would actually qualify, how anyone would qualify for this, or if they took me up on it.
Yeah.
But I guess the intentions were there because like no one knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you got 30 days. You don't like, I'll give you money back.
Yeah.
You know? And there was enough for people to be like, yo, I'm gonna have a shot at this.
Yeah.
No, 30 days. Obviously, they were really happy, but
Thank fuck.
yeah, I think
Or forgot.
absolutely. So I think we've done it in the past, even just like accidentally, without consciously. Like someone's like, oh, you know, we're gonna offer you this, but you'll get this back. Like here's the safety net, and we're both like, oh, sweet. Like we're always looking for a guarantee.
Yeah.
Like granted, some of the things we've been looking at are like high ticket, yeah. So you're like, fuck, it's a big investment for like no guarantee, right? However, put yourself in the shoes of somebody else. It's like investing $100 to $200 a week into someone for 16 weeks. Like that's, you know, thousands of dollars for some people. That's a big investment. Like they would just want that safety net that you have the confidence to back yourself.
Yeah. One of the coolest, so my wife's like slowly transitioning back into her mindset coaching work.
Yeah.
And layering in hypno with that as well. And it's a kind of new-ish skill for her. And we were talking about like the way we're going to market it and what our offer should be. And who we're going to target and all that kind of stuff. And I think I told this story on the pod, but I'm going to tell it again because it's important. I think a lot of personal trainers don't want to put a promise in because they're scared that they won't get the outcome.
Yeah.
Putting a promise in is the best way to remove all fear about getting the outcome, because if you don't, you've told them that you're just training for free.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, so we'll put a promise in. And Amy was like, I just don't know if I can deliver that. I'm like, okay, so if you don't, what happens? You want to get the outcome with the client? Yep. Would you be willing to do a couple of extra sessions for free for them to make sure that they got the service that they wanted? Yep. Would that make you better? Yep. Does that take all the fear away? Yep. Okay, sweet. So we do the promise.
Yeah, and it's just the uncertainty, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh, anything can happen. It's like, yeah, we'll just control the environment so that
the variables. Yeah.
What's best practice?
Yeah.
Lay it out.
Yeah.
What do they need to do?
And if someone did all of this, it would be impossible to find.
Yeah. What do you need to do? What do they need to do?
Yeah.
Lay that out on the table. This is how it works.
Yeah.
Get it done. Yeah. I used to have a log. I used to make these training and food logs.
Yeah.
And everyone got them and they were 12 weeks. And yet they had to fill them in.
Yeah.
And so there you go. There was my guarantee. So you didn't fill it in.
Yeah.
I couldn't help you.
Yeah.
I could see you skipped your workouts and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like try and work out how that's going to play out for you. There's your guarantee done.
Yeah.
Because everything has the terms and conditions on it. It's like they don't meet the terms and conditions. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, we'll just work with you for free. It's like you didn't do it, bro.
Correct.
Like yeah. So I think people don't understand how it works at the same time.
Yeah, that you can put limitations on. It's not just like you didn't lose 4 kilos
it's
because
like,
you ate Maccas every day.
What if you didn't do your workouts every week?
Yeah.
Like just because you signed up doesn't mean I don't think people understand how the contractual agreement works.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So our breakout PT one's very clear but very fair.
Absolutely.
It's like if you
do the course,
the thing,
do it.
You complete the course, you'll make the money.
Do the modules and the activities and your homework, and you'll get it.
Yeah, correct.
It's like, and if you don't get it, it's like I actually want to help you.
Correct. Yeah, because you're in a circumstance or at a skill set that needs help.
Yeah, I actually want to help you because I know that in almost every environment that if you do it, it'll work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you balance the tangible inclusions, the app, the sessions, the check-ins, all of that with the outcome?
People don't really care about how you do it. They just care about what's in it for them.
Yeah.
So most people don't care what they have to do or what they get to lose the weight. They just want to know that the weight's going to be lost and how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the app doesn't cause them to lose the weight. The program and the plan causes them to lose weight, and you just happened to deliver that by the app.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to deliver to you, if your goal is weight loss, in the consult, all of the features inside the app. I'm doubling down on everything involved in how we're going to lose the 5 to 10 kilos that you've kind of outlined at the start. So that should be the shortest part of the presentation, we'll call it, or the shortest part of the sales deck. It's just like how that happens is almost insignificant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, non-negotiables in a strong in-person offer. Because I think in-person is a little bit different to online. Must-haves.
Non-negotiables. What do you mean in the offer? I think it's the same.
Yeah.
It's really clear outcomes.
Yep. You still must have a promise face-to-face.
Really clear outcomes, really clear benefits. I would have some form of guarantee. I would. Yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely.
Is that satisfaction or a promise of outcome?
You could do either.
Yeah.
So if you're not, if you're maybe a little bit, if you lack confidence on an outcome, you could do a satisfaction guarantee thing. But I would just back yourself with the outcome. The outcome's the easiest thing to control. It's like if that person said that they can come to the gym 4 times per week and they've said that they can adhere to this nutrition plan and you can track it and all of that, it's like you just track it all. Yeah. And it's like, well, the terms and conditions are that you're to complete 4 workouts a week, stick to your nutrition, do whatever steps or cardio or whatever.
Yeah.
Check in once a week. Like, it's like you do all of that for 16 weeks. Like, how are you supposed to not lose 3 to 5 kilos, which was your guarantee, Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, yes, I would do it. Do you have to do it? Absolutely not. But you just got to be really good at selling.
Yeah.
You got to be really good at projecting value.
Yeah.
Like you and I we've sold for years with no guarantee.
It's interesting because I've been thinking about this a little bit of like our sales model. Our value add, so we talk about like in consults having a value add, like we used to do like the nutrition recall and whatever. Our value add is writing your plan live.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, well, the value add is showing you how it's going to work this time.
So I'm like, I bring up the nutrition calculator. I bring up what your program's going to look like. I bring up, like, not in terms of like, this is your sets and reps, but it's like, we're going to start with a program that looks like this. Then we're going to move to this. Then we're going to move to this. And your nutrition's going to start here. And then we're going to go to this. This is what's going to be required of you to get this outcome reasonably predictably. This is how we're going to communicate, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll move into the inclusions in the sale. That's almost a promise in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you've asked for this, here's your plan. This will get you the result. I just haven't put a guarantee on it. You know what I mean?
That works really well because we're really good at it.
Correct.
Where that doesn't work, having no offer, no guarantee or promise, is if people are landing somewhere and you're not communicating it to them.
Correct.
So if they land on the internet and you've got a page on your website and it doesn't have like some form of promise on there, like for some people, it just doesn't sound good enough.
Yeah.
Where if you're in a face-to-face scenario, yeah, sure, you can get away with it. You've got to be really good at projecting how it's going to work for them, though.
Yeah.
And like why it hasn't worked in the past, and you're going to solve the things that haven't worked for them. So it's absolutely possible. If I was a coach who was trying to get to that $1,000 and having a lot of people say no, would potentially that promise get them over the line?
Yeah. Does it take you from 50 to 70% close?
Yeah, because I'm going to go and say those people don't have a good system, aren't confident, and it's not repeatable, like the process, right?
Yeah.
So whilst they're getting better at that, if they come and do breakout PT and learn to sell without selling, to be honest, just do your job, you can have a promise.
Yeah.
And then you can just fucking remove it when you get good at like doing your job, which is being
and you won't need to because you're so good at it.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I would do a promise, but I just don't have to.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to because like sure we do it at the moment with like this new program with Transformer that's coming out, but that's because we're targeting a market where we have no trust.
Correct. Yeah.
But
which you don't if you're face to face.
Yeah.
Because you're calling someone and be like, hey, you haven't been to the gym for a while.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then that's where I think having 2 different offers at some point, this is probably for those 10K a month and above.
Yeah.
you have two offers, like a primary and a secondary, and I think one of those needs like the feeder offer
Yeah.
needs a really good guarantee.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, to earn the trust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's like, cool, we're going to get them in, earn their trust, and then the result's going to get them, is going to form the relationship and the authority.
Yeah.
And then you're going to upsell them into your prime offer. And there's just no, it's like, that's just the layup because all the work's been done in that offer before it.
Yeah.
That secondary offer.
So this is interesting. So the question is, how is personal rapport in selling face to face? How important is it? If you have a great offer, less.
Rapport.
Yeah, so you don't need as much rapport. So you don't, if you're not good at selling, if you're one of those people that's just like, oh, I'm not good at it, I'm uncomfortable, you trip up around money. Like, I remember, I think I've told the story before, like signed up someone for $120 a week.
Yeah.
Bro, I was eating fucking baked beans and tuna. Like, $120 a week for me was like...
Even just getting that from someone. Not necessarily thinking about paying it, but it's huge.
I didn't have that as disposable spending. Like, that wasn't my grocery bill, dude. Like, I just did not have that amount of money.
Yeah.
And then to sit down with someone and be like, can you please pay me $120 a week? Like, fucking terrifying. Closed it, swish, first one. And then I had confidence from there. I was like, oh, fuck, people will really actually pay it.
Suckers.
Yeah. But I think the lesson here is, like, if you feel like that, lean on the promise and the offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, oh, fuck, I'm nervous. I've got to ask them. It's like, bro, can you do the outcome?
Yes.
Yes. Tell them you can do the outcome and how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, selling Breakout PT has been a really interesting experience.
Yeah.
The consults are 15 to 30 minutes, not 45 to 70.
Yeah.
To sell 10x the price point. Because it's like, all right, I don't need to convince you.
Yeah, you know what you're here for.
You want to make another $1,000. I'm actually interviewing you to see if I can guarantee the result.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the second I know that I can guarantee the result, this is what you get. This is how much it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a really different experience selling.
Yeah.
Because there's no pressure on me.
No.
It's just, like, if you're sitting down doing a consult, it's like, how many times are you going to train? 3 times. Yeah, that's enough. What are you willing to do with your nutrition? This. Cool. They commit to that. Yep. I can promise this. And I've had people, we had a guy in the States that was like, hey, I really want to do Breakout PT. Will it work for online? I'm like, it's not predictable enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to say yes, but in 6 weeks, depends where you're at. There's too many variables. I can't guarantee that.
Absolutely.
Standout PT, I can guarantee it in 26. Like, I can guarantee that outcome in 26 weeks if you complete everything in Standout PT. No dramas at all.
Yeah.
But I can't guarantee it in 6. And he was like, bro, thanks so much for being honest.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could have just taken
other
money.
people out there would have just said yes, right?
Yeah, it's like, but then I look like a dickhead. So it's like, it's not. Yeah,
there might be a little online accelerator coming in the works at some point.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I think the rapport's still very important. They need to know, like, trust you. You still have to have a good relationship and build that with them from the second you pick up the phone all the way through to the price presentation.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be building that relationship. You can't just be a fucking robot and do a fucking ESSA form and then be like, cool, so it's guaranteed, money back. Like, you still have to do all the shit, right?
Yeah.
But I think if you're uncomfortable...
It fills the void of your lack of skills in presenting, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best description for it.